Welcome to Vivid English Podcast. Hello, everyone. I am Sarah.
I am James. It is just so wonderful to be here with you today.
We are so happy to have you listening. It's a beautiful day to learn something new, isn't it?
It certainly is. And we have a very special plan for you today. It's high energy, but we're going to take it step by step.
That's right. Usually when we explore a topic, we're looking at articles or news. But today, our source is, well, the English language itself. We're going to look at the machinery that allows us to imagine.
Exactly. We have a stack of grammar guides and linguistics papers right here. And our mission today is to tackle a topic that, usually makes English learners sweat a little bit. We're talking about what-if sentences.
The textbooks call them conditionals.
Conditionals. It sounds so technical, doesn't it?
It really does.
Like some kind of legal fine print. But if you strip away the jargon, conditionals are actually the most human part of the language. They're how we process reality, plan, dream, and unfortunately, how we regret.
Oh, definitely. And to make this easier, we're not just going to list boring rules. We're going to navigate the four worlds of conditionals. Think of it like a journey. We'll travel from the solid ground of cold, hard facts all the way out to the wild edges imagination.
I love that image. And we should say right up top, this is really for our intermediate learners. If you've ever wanted to talk about your 5-year plan or your secret lottery dreams, or even those I wish I hadn't done that moments, this is for you.
We're going to take this slowly and very deliberately. We want to make sure you don't just memorize the formula, but that you really understand the feeling of each world.
Are you ready to start the journey?
I am ready. Let's step into the first world. We'll start on solid ground. Let's look at the zero conditional. I like to call this the world of facts.
The world of facts. Okay, this is a very comfortable, safe place to be.
Right.
It's the world of scientific certainty. In this world, there is no guessing. There is no maybe.
Exactly. We use this specific grammar when we talk about things that are always true, universal truths. It's not about a specific event. It's about how the universe works.
The logic here is basically like computer code.
Yeah.
If A happens, B always follows. It's cause and effect.
Immediate and inevitable. And because it's so factual, the grammar structure mirrors that simplicity. Can you break down the formula for us?
Of course. In the world of facts, everything is balanced. We use is plus the present simple tense.
Okay.
Followed by a comma, and then the present simple tense again.
So it's present simple on both sides of the fence.
That's correct. If plus present, comma, present. No wills, no woulds, just here and now.
Let's look at the classic example.
Yeah.
You open any English textbook in the world, and you will find this sentence.
A science class classic. If you heat ice, it melts.
If you heat ice, it melts. You just can't argue with it. You can't heat ice and have it not melt. Heat is present simple.
Yeah.
Melts is present simple.
It is a rule. But we don't just live in science labs, do we? We have our own personal rules, too.
Oh, absolutely. Here is a fact about my personal biology. If I don't drink coffee, I get a headache.
Ha ha. That sounds like a very strict law of nature. But look at the grammar. If I don't drink present simple, I get a headache. Present simple. It happens every single time.
It's predictable. It's a habit. Now, we are recording this in 2026, so we have to think about the technology we use every day. Our devices run on these.
They certainly do. Software is just built on these. Think about the cloud storage apps we all use. A modern fact would be if you click delete on this app, the file stays in the cloud for 30 days.
That's a great example. It's not a prediction. It's explaining how the system is programmed. If you click, it stays.
Precisely. So for our listeners, that's your takeaway for the zero conditional. Use it for rules, for truths, and for habits that never change. It is the world of certainty.
I feel very safe in the world of facts. It's nice to know it will happen, but life isn't always that predictable, is it?
No, it is not. Life is messy. And that brings us to our second world. This is actually my personal favorite. Let's move to the first conditional.
And you call this one the world of real possibilities.
Yes, this is the world of the strategist. This is where we plan and where we look at the future and guess what is likely to happen.
Okay, so we've left the laboratory. We're not 100% sure anymore, like with the ice melting, but we're pretty confident.
Exactly. We're predicting a result based on a real condition. The logic is, I have a situation that might happen. If it does, here's the result I expect.
This is probably the most common one in business and daily life, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's for scheduling, for making plans.
Let's break down the formula because it shifts a little bit here. We're bringing in a new element.
We are. Listen closely to this shift. The structure is if plus present simple, comma, will plus the verb.
So we introduce the word will. Let me repeat that slowly. If plus present simple, then will plus the verb.
Correct. We use the present simple to set the scene and will to predict the outcome. Let's use a weather example. We do this every morning. If it rains tomorrow, I will stay home.
If it rains tomorrow, I will stay home. Okay, let's look at the tenses. If it rains is present simple, but we're talking about tomorrow.
Yes, and that is a key point we need to talk about. But logically, the condition is real. It really might rain. And if it does, the result, me staying home, will happen.
Here's a social example. If I finish this project early, I will join you for dinner.
That's a perfect example of a real possibility. You aren't sure if you'll finish early, but you might. You're making a promise, I will join you, based on that condition.
Now wait, I need to pause here because I know there's a trap in this world. A specific mistake I hear all the time.
Oh, yes. This is crucial. Listeners, if you're multitasking, please stop and listen to this part. This is the number one error with conditionals.
What is it? Tell us so we can avoid it.
You must never use the word will in the if part of the sentence.
Oh, that is so important. Say that again.
You can never say, if I will go. That is, like, grammatically illegal in this structure.
But I understand why people do it. It sounds logical because they're thinking about the future, They think the party is tomorrow, so I need the future tense.
Exactly. And in many other languages, you do use the future tense there. But English is strict. The if clause sets the condition, so it stays in the present simple, even when we talk about the future. You say, if I go.
Not if I will go.
Never. If I go to the party, I will see you.
Perfect. The will only belongs in the result. I like to think of it as will waits at the end of the sentence.
That's a great way to remember it. Okay, I think we've mastered the world of real possibilities, but reality can be boring sometimes. Sometimes I want to talk about what could happen in a fantasy.
Then we must leave reality behind. We are traveling to the third world, the second conditional.
I call this the world of dreams and imagination.
Ooh, I like this one.
This is a fascinating world. It's where songwriters and poets live. Here we're talking about things that are unlikely or maybe even impossible right now.
So this is for daydreams.
Yes, or what we call alternate reality. It answers the question, what would I do if my life were completely different?
It's so fun to use. But the grammar does something strange here to create that feeling. Tell us the structure.
The structure shifts to show that we're distant from reality. The formula is if plus past simple, comma, would plus the verb.
Okay, let's pause there. We use the past simple, but we are imagining the present or the future. Why the past tense?
This is one of those key insights. In English, the past tense isn't just about time, it's about distance. Sometimes it's distance in time, like yesterday. But here, it creates a distance from reality.
That is such a helpful way to think about it. The past tense pushes the idea away from the real world. It's a signal.
It is. It's a reality distance. And in the second part, we don't use will because will is for real plans. We use would. You could say would is the imaginary cousin of will.
So if plus past simple, would plus verb. Let me try an example. The classic dream. If I won the lottery, I would travel the world.
A beautiful dream. Let's look at the verbs. If I won, that is the past tense of win. It signals this isn't real. I would travel. That's the imaginary result.
Right. Sadly, I have not won the lottery, so this is pure imagination. If I use the first conditional, if I win the lottery, it would sound like I actually have a ticket.
Exactly. If I win, sounds hopeful.
Mhm.
If I won, sounds like a fantasy. That's the power of the grammar.
Here's another one, giving advice. If I were you, I would take that job.
If I were you. Now, wait. Normally we say I was happy. Why do we say if I were you?
I was hoping you would catch that.
It's an excellent point.
Okay.
In the second conditional, there's this special grammar quirk. We often use were for everyone. I were, he were, she were.
So saying if I was you is wrong.
Well, in casual speech, you'll hear it. It's not a crime. But were is considered more correct, more elegant, and a very clear signal to the listener, hey, this is impossible. I cannot actually be you.
If I were you, if you were taller. It sounds softer somehow.
Precisely. It emphasizes the world of dreams.
Okay, so we have facts, real possibilities, and dreams. But there's one more world, isn't there? And this one feels a bit darker.
Yes. The fourth world, this is the third conditional. I call this one the world of regrets.
Oh.
Or, if you prefer, the time machine conditional.
The time machine.
Yeah.
That suggests we're going back to the past to change something.
We are. This structure is for imagining a past that did not actually happen. We use it for regrets or how things could have been different.
This is the most complex structure, isn't it? It has the most moving parts.
It's the longest, definitely. Listeners, you might want to write this one down.
Okay, go ahead. Break it down for us.
The formula is if plus the past perfect, comma, would have, plus the past participle.
Whoa, that is a lot of grammar words. Past perfect and past participle. Let's do it in pieces.
Okay. Part one, the if clause. We use the past perfect. That means had, plus the third form of the verb, if I had known, if I had seen.
Okay, if I had known, it's like double past. And the second part.
Part two, the result. We use would have, plus the third form of the verb. I would have come. I would have told you.
Let's put it together in an example. That always helps.
Okay, imagine a student who failed a test yesterday. Today, looking back, he says, if I'd studied harder, I would have passed the exam.
If I had studied harder, I would have passed the exam. Let's analyze the reality there. Did he study hard?
No, he didn't.
Did he pass the exam?
No, he didn't. Exactly. The sentence describes a past that did not happen. It creates an alternate timeline where he studied and passed.
It feels a little sad. It carries so much emotional weight. If I had woken up earlier, I wouldn't have missed my flight.
It's all about things we can't change.
That's why I call it the world of regrets. But, it's not just for feeling sad.
Right, you have a good perspective on this.
I advise our listeners to use this grammar to learn lessons. Don't get stuck in the world of regrets. Use it to analyze what went wrong. If I had prepared better, the meeting would have gone well.
Okay, now you know for next time.
That is very wise. It turns the grammar into a tool for self-improvement.
Now, speaking of tools, I love seeing how technology is changing language learning. We have some incredible new tools.
Oh, right. You found something interesting related to these what-if scenarios.
I did. Have you heard of the AI what-if simulator?
I have heard of it. It sounds like something from a movie.
It's pretty useful. You can input data about your life, and the AI simulates different choices you could have made. It uses the third conditional perfectly.
So you could ask it, like, if I had chosen a different major in college, what would my career look like now?
Exactly. And the AI will say, if you had studied architecture, you would have designed skyscrapers in Dubai. The great way to practice if I had, I would have,
Right.
without the actual regret.
That's amazing. It's like a grammar game.
Right. Much
Yeah.
more interesting than a textbook.
I want to give one more tip before we finish. We've covered a lot. Zero, first, second, third. It can feel overwhelming.
It can be a lot to remember in a conversation.
Here's the secret. In casual talk, you don't always have to be perfect. People will usually understand you.
That's true. Communication is the goal.
But there is one thing you should try to get right. If you only focus on one distinction, focus on the difference between will and would.
Yes. That's the key switch.
If you use will, I know you think it's possible, you're in the real world. If I go, I will buy it.
And if you use would, I automatically know you're imagining if I went, I would buy it.
Exactly. That little change will versus would tells the listener if you are in the real world or the dream world. So focus on that first.
That is excellent advice. It simplifies things a lot.
Well, we have traveled through all four worlds: facts, possibilities, dreams, and regrets. It's quite a map of the human mind.
It has been quite a journey, from melting ice to time machines.
Before we go, I have to ask you a question. Let's test your second conditional.
Okay, I'm ready.
If you could have dinner with anyone from history, who would it be?
Oh, that is a wonderful question. If I could have dinner with anyone, I think I would choose Shakespeare. I'd love to ask if he actually wrote all those plays. What about you?
Haha. Well, honestly, if I were at that dinner with Shakespeare, I would be too nervous to eat. I would probably spill my drink on him.
Haha, I can understand that. If you spilled your drink, he would write a tragedy about it.
He certainly would. Well, I think that brings us to the end.
It does. Thank you so much for joining us on this tour of conditionals. We hope these four worlds make it easier for you to navigate English.
Remember to practice. Try to make one sentence for each world today.
That's a great idea.
Be sure to tune in to Vivid English Podcast next time. We really appreciate you spending your time with us. Bye-bye.